Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. How to survive them. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. You wake up to a loud noise, with a Walkman next to you, it has "Listen to me" written on it. You pick it up and stick one earbud in your ear, thinking it must be a prank, but instead of hearing screaming, you hear a voice you haven't heard before. Please take caution. Please don't die. I have devised a set of rules, pay attention to my voice and only mine. Any other voice is playing a trick, they want to deceive you. Don't listen to them, please. 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 Rule 1. If you hear screams, run. They're distracted. They're feeding on a victim, fresh. Rule 2. They are the children, the man, and watch. The children hunt in groups. If you hear a group that sounds like school kids on a field trip, run, don't hide, they can always find you, so run until their voices fade. Only then are you safe. Rule 2a. If you feel a warm or fatherly presence, find a seat, the man just wants to talk, don't worry, he's nice. Rule 2b. If you feel you are being watched or followed, watch sees you and has taken a liking to you. They will play with you until you aren't sane, just give yourself up. Or you can refer to Rule 4. Rule 3. You're still here. I'm surprised. Check the time. If it isn't 2, you're safe, go back to sleep. You will wake up and be back in the realm you call home. If it is 2, you aren't safe, time works differently here. It's 2:89, isn't it? You check your watch to find the time is 2:89. Rule 4. To survive, watch, smash everything you find to pieces. Find a shard of one and cut yourself, you only need 1 drop of blood, don't go overboard. Ask watch to help you, they can't and will tell you that you're hurt, seeing the blood. They will point you to a hospital, go toward it, you will find the man, he can heal you. The voice becomes higher pitched and you hear laughing, Rule 193,209. If you hear a scream, run, unless there are giggles and laughter afterward, then everyone is having fun. Go toward it and join the party. You hear the voice you have come to trust again. Please don't do it. Please help me. Please. I don't want it to end. You hear your narrator let out a horrendous scream, followed by laughter. You realize, those were the children. The recording cuts off. You sit there for a few seconds, before hearing a group of kids, filled with laughter. It's too late, they're behind you. Story 2. Rules for visiting the library. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Welcome to the library. We're very glad you came. We have books containing all sorts of strange and fascinating things. We do have a few rules that we expect you to follow when at the library. Be quiet. Others are reading. This is the most important rule, as mutual respect goes a long way. Be very careful not to cause excessive damage to the books. If you do, whether or not it's on purpose, there will be consequences. They are not under our control. For more information, please refer to Rule 7. Remember, we do not accept liability for any physical, emotional, psychological, or spiritual harm that may result from damaging the books. If you see a man in a blue suit wearing a white fedora, don't interact with him or even make eye contact. He's harmless most of the time, but follow these rules because you have no way of knowing when he's hungry. If you see a book with a title that doesn't look like it's written in a human language, don't open it. The knowledge contained in these books is not for you. If you see a man in a white suit wearing a blue fedora, please talk to him. He's lonely and needs company. He's also very personable. Make sure the librarian you're speaking to is human. If you damage a book, don't panic. Just act according to the amount of damage. 7a minor. There is nothing to worry about. Just verbally apologize and move on. 7b mild. You're still mostly safe. Apologize more profusely. This will most likely work. However, if it does not, Simply offer the most emotionally significant item currently in your possession, by neatly laying it in the pages of the book. 7c Moderate. This is when you need worry. A man in a business suit will approach you and demand you pay for the damage using an item he will specify. Most likely this will be whatever cash you have on your person. However, sometimes he will demand payment in the form of a childhood memory, though this is rare. He will not ask you to do so, but it is best if you apologize profusely. Avoid eye contact at all cost. If all goes well and he's in a good mood, you should make out of the situation. 7d Severe. Try exit the library as quickly as possible. This is your only hope and it probably won't work. Good luck. 7e Profound. It's best that you accept your fate. 8. Never attempt to check out a book without first applying for, and receiving, a library card. Also remember Rule 6. You'll know, the vibes, will feel off. 9. If you hear jazz music, you do not put your fingers in your ears, and close your eyes. If you do this for about a minute, you should be fine. If you still hear the music, do the same thing as before, until you no longer hear it. 9a Same goes for classical music, especially opera. 10. There is no alternate universe physics section. Do not enter, it's a trap. 11. Turn books in on time. The late fees are never good. 12. Do not enter the archives without permission. Happy reading! Story 3. Rules for the Dimensional Train. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. So, I probably should have mentioned this in that list of rules to survive that school, but the suffering isn't over yet. You still gotta take a train out of the Deadlands unless you wanna end up in another one of Zerul's games. Rule 1. Keep your curtains closed. The human mind was never meant to see the secrets of reality, the universe, and life all at the same time. Rule 2. Be alert at all times. At one moment you could be in a reality where everything is upside down and the next everything is made of flames. The only way to avoid this is to remain seated. Your seat was made to remain your reality like the others were for the entities aboard. Rule 3. You're alone here, so don't trust anything trying to be your ally, they're just trying to convince you to become their mid-journey snack. Rule 4. Your train ride will last 4 hours, don't get off until you see the light of the sun. Getting off at the wrong stop won't be fatal, but you'll be in a different dimension, which can be fatal. Rule 5. If you see an old man dressed in a 1900s railroad outfit, then present your ticket, it'll be in your pocket. No pockets? You'll have one now. Failure to present your ticket will cause you to be violently kicked off the train. Rule 6. Don't eat anything the staff offer you, it won't taste good and you'll probably contract a list of unknown to man diseases. Rule 7. If at any point the train stops moving without being at a stop, hide ASAP, the conductor has gotten hungry and it'll eat any passenger it spots, which includes you. Rule 8. Don't fall asleep during this, it won't kill you but you need to be alert at all times. Rule 9. Keep any religious items on you, the passengers fear religion. Rule 10. You're allowed to break one rule once, it'll cost an eye, you can do it again but your chances of survival are none if you're blind. Rule 11. Try to remain saddened or scared during this, the passengers are disgusted by happy thoughts. Rule 12. If you see Zerul at any point during this, hide. He's looking for you. He doesn't like to give up victims easily. From Skull Driver. Story 4. Rules for babysitting. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. I've just taken a babysitting job for a few days, I'm sitting in my car since I'm about to drive to their house, and just now remembered that the mother gave me a list of rules. I'm hoping this is some sick joke. Here, just take a look for yourself. Hello. Babysitting my babies may sometimes be a bit of a hassle, so I have provided some rules to, hopefully, make it easier, starting from day 1. Both of them are 4 years old, they are twins. Tommy and Noah. You can tell them apart by looking at their eyes. Noah has warm, gold eyes, while Tommy has yellow-green eyes, much like a cat. This brings me to the first rule. Whatever you do, do not mix them up. Noah will not mind it, but Tommy will be angry if you mix him up with Noah. Your name is Lindsay. My boys, especially Tommy, loved Lindsay. He will be mad if she will not come back. We had to learn that the hard way. Noah is very clingy, especially to Lindsay. Do not mind it, he is very polite and quiet. It will make him happy just to follow you around. If Tommy follows you around, though, you need to tell him to knock it off. If you do not, you will never have a moment to yourself. The kids do not have a dad. If you hear Tommy talking to someone he calls father in his room, do not interfere. Do not ask him about it. I don't know what that thing is, but it sure as hell isn't his dad. Noah will run up to you covered in bruises or cuts. They are from Tommy. He likes to play rough. If you ask Noah, he will not tell you who hurt him, he will say he fell or hurt himself some other way. He's lying, though. He loves Tommy and does not wish for him to get into trouble. When Noah runs up to you, pick him up and go to the closet in the room. No matter which room you are in, the closet will be the same. You must stay in there until midnight, no matter what time it is. Once you are in the closet, lock the door and keep quiet for a few minutes. If it will not be midnight soon, there is plenty of water and food in the back shelves. Only grab the food and water from the yellow boxes, though, Tommy likes to play tricks on the babysitters. When midnight hits, you must pick Noah up again and get out of the closet before 12:03. If you do not, you will not be able to get out at all. Do not set Noah down. Tommy will be lurking around for any chance to grab him and play more. Please, for God's sake, do not let Tommy take him. Do not be alarmed by the sight of the dead cat outside of the door. You must examine it. If its heart has been torn out, that means Tommy took it. Isn't he such a dear, finding snacks for the babysitters? If the heart is torn out, C8A. If anything else is broken or taken or if everything seems fine with the cat, C8B. 8A. Get out of the house. As soon as you see the missing heart, you and Noah must get out. Get out and go to the shed in the backyard. There have been mattresses, food, and water placed there, just in case. Stay there until exactly 10:37 a.m. the next day. If you don't get out of the house, Tommy will find you and force you eat the heart. This will begin your transformation to become whatever father is. It will be long, agonizing and a terrible fate. Please, I'm begging you, don't do it. 8B. Sprint to the kitchen and grab table salt. Run back into the closet, shake salt along the door on the inside, and lock the door. Make sure you still have Noah with you. It is safe to let him down after you have placed the salt. Stay there until exactly 10:37 a.m. the next day as well. 9. After all of this happens, you may be free. Set Noah down and roam around the house freely. 11:49 a.m. is when your next set of rules will come in handy. Day 2. Find Noah. He will be in his and Tommy's room, sitting on his bed. You must pick him up and go to the kitchen. If this wakes Tommy up, he will only get angry if he hears 2 sets of footsteps. This will let him know that Noah is leaving. Set Noah down in a chair and make breakfast. Noah likes anything with cheese, while Tommy will ask for raw eggs. Do not be alarmed if he swallows them whole, shell and all. Tommy will be first to leave. Wait until you hear a door slamming somewhere else in the house, that means he is in his room, talking to father. He will not come out or do anything until 4 p.m. It is again safe to let Noah walk on the ground. Let him outside in the backyard. You must keep watch on him. If he gets hurt, I will not be happy. Father does not like me. Do not mention me when I am not home. If you do, he will make sure you will never be able to mention anything ever again. When it hits 3:55 p.m., call Noah back inside. You must be carrying him before it is 4 o'clock, or Tommy will get him. Take him back to the shed. Leave him there. You must go back to the house, or Tommy will feel you do not care for him. Play with him Tommy until he tells you he is happy. Day 3. Day 3 will be the most challenging out of all of the days. Wednesdays are the days where Tommy is the most moody. You will have to be extremely careful not to mess anything up, or you will become a lost soul for him to feed on. Retrieve Noah from the shed. It will be exactly 9:32 in the morning when you suddenly have an urge to go retrieve him. If it is before then, wait until 9:32. Time will never pass 9:32 if you do not get him. Take him to my room, he will be all right. It is you that you have to worry about from now on. Go outside and kill the first thing you see, be it an animal or a person. Bring it inside and give it to Tommy. He likes new playthings. You must check up on Noah every 3 hours until midnight. He will be safe, but they will try to convince him to let them outside. He is a very gullible child. If they are let out, the bad things will happen. Hell will be brought upon this earth if the bad things happen again. Father likes to prowl around the house on Wednesdays. If you get a sudden feeling that there is freezing water being poured down your back, stay as still as possible and do not look behind you. He is trying to get to know you, trust me, you do not want to get to know him. Tommy will come downstairs at 1:73 p.m. Yes, I know that time does not exist, it will go back to normal once you do what he says. He will ask you to hold his hand and follow him, do exactly that. He will lead you to a hallway. Once you are inside, do not let go of his hand, or you will be lost. If you reach a white door, slap Tommy's hand away and scream. Please, just trust me on this. If the door is any other color, close your eyes while walking in and you will go back to the kitchen. If you do not close your eyes while walking in, you will be lost. Once in the kitchen, the clock should have all 3 hands second, minute, and hour hands pointing at 6. If not, close your eyes and scream until you hear someone whisper into your ear for you to be quiet. Make lunch. Tommy loves raw meat. We have some in the freezer. Do not pay attention to the mold, Tommy says it just adds to the flavor. Isn't he just the silliest? Make mac and cheese for Noah. He will come out of my room once Tommy leaves the kitchen, you can stay and wait for him if you like. After this, he will go right back to my room. Sit on the couch and do whatever you like. You must not leave the couch, or you will be lost. Once the time is 5 p.m., Noah, Tommy, and Father will come downstairs for dinner. Father will take the shape of a man, but some features will be wrong. Try not to pay attention to them, that makes him sad. Ask what everyone wants for dinner, but only make what Tommy says. Once everyone tells you what they want, nod politely, make dinner. He will want a normal, human food, which you are welcome to sit down and eat. After dinner is finished, you can feel free to leave everyone's dishes on the table. I have made it very clear to Father that guests should not wash the dishes. Go to my room. Noah should be there. You may sleep, they will not try to escape if you are there. Day 4. When you wake up, the room should be empty. If you see silhouettes of people in the corners, politely invite them to talk. Let them befriend you, this will stop them from trying to escape and letting the bad things happen again. Today, you must never be home. Tommy and Father usually fight a lot on Thursdays. Take Noah and drive around the neighborhood, take him places. He loves museums, good thing we have one just half an hour away. Return home in time for dinner, 5 o'clock. Ignore the mess and just cook dinner. It is safe to let Noah walk around, as Tommy will be tired from fighting Father all day. After dinner is over, take Noah and go to the shed. You may come back home tomorrow before 10 a.m. Day 5. This is your last day. Whatever you do, do not give in to anything or anyone telling you to stay. You will become a lost soul for Father to feed on. Tommy will be in his room all day. It is Father that you need to worry about. Remember the rule about feeling freezing water? Well, this will happen a lot more often today. Father does not want you to leave. When you leave, which will be when I come back, give each of my boys a kiss on their forehead. You may share this list with anyone you please, but I would not expect anyone to believe you. After all, what harm can my little 4-year-old child do? Update, holy shit! Noah ran up to me a couple hours ago, covered in scratches. I'm in the closet, found bandages, and wrapped some around wherever Tommy scratched him. He's asleep, and I'm listening to music. Time is 3:30 p.m, I have a ton of time. Good thing I brought my charger. Update 1.5, 3:47 p.m, Day 1. Noah woke up, and we ate. I was so nervous this whole time I didn't even realize I was hungry. I hear yelling and banging going on outside the closet, perhaps it's Tommy? Noah keeps begging me not to let Tommy in, that he'll be mad. It's not like I had any intention on doing so before, but now? God, I can't wait until midnight. This is F'd up. Update 2, I just woke up, it's 6:14 a.m, and we're in the shed. Noah's still sleeping, he kept waking up from like 1 to 4 a.m. because of nightmares. I've gotten no more than 3 hours of sleep, but I'm desperately trying not to fall asleep. I can't. If I fall asleep, I won't wake up in time, and me and Noah will both be killed. God, at this point, all I wanna do is keep the poor kid safe. Update 3, sorry there were no updates on day 2 or 3, I was watching Noah outside Aeon, there's no Wi-Fi out there. Anyways, I'm in mother or whatever's room, Noah's asleep. He sure is a sleepy kid. Anyways, I'll try to update tomorrow best I can, I might take him Noah to the movies or something. Honestly, I'm gonna miss Noah. I can't believe there's only 2 days left, everything's going by so fast yet so slow. Update 4, Day 4, 6:41 a.m, I'm waiting for Tommy to wake up. After that, we're gonna go to the aquarium, and then anywhere else. I gotta set an alarm for 4 p.m, so we come home in time for dinner. Hopefully, today will be fun, smiley face. Update 5, sorry this update is late, I completely forgot to update once I left the house. Nothing much happened, Noah begged me to stay, and I wish I could've. I hope he's alright, with Tommy and father in the house. I hope mother protects him, he's a sweet kid and I would do anything to make sure he's alright. Update 6, someone just knocked on the door a few minutes I made the last update. I opened it, no one was there but a piece of paper. I haven't read it yet, but I have a strange feeling about it. Update 7, you have been chosen. That's what the note said. That's all for today, please don't forget to like and subscribe.